We are staying on top of the city of Orlando's decision to buy the Pulse nightclub site. WESH 2 was the first TV station to break that news yesterday afternoon, and this tentative deal comes after years of fighting and praying from some of the families and survivors. WESH 2's Bob Hazen is live at Orlando City Hall. Bob, you just spoke with the mayor about that deal. What's he saying about it?
Yeah, well, the mayor says that he wanted to make sure that that memorial to the victims of the Pulse massacre stayed right there at the site of the Pulse nightclub. But outside of that, he says he doesn't know what the site will end up looking like. Now, the city of Orlando did step in here to buy the Pulse site after the One Pulse Foundation tried for years to get that site. They were hoping the owners would donate the property to the foundation, but the owners wanted to get paid for it. So after years of trying, they could not make a deal. 49 people, of course, were killed in that attack back in 2016, and the family members and loved ones of the victims, plus the survivors, have been fighting to get a permanent memorial on that site. The mayor is saying today that the city of Orlando reached an agreement with the owners to buy that land for $2 million, which is less, actually, than what they had offered them shortly after the massacre. And the mayor says he doesn't have any particular vision for what will happen with it. He says the city will work with the victims' families and survivors to come up with the best memorial, and he didn't rule out the possibility that the existing building could be demolished.
The design that was originally contemplated by the One Pulse Foundation has the building remaining there, changed in some ways. I don't know if that's the approach that we'll take. So, like I said, I know one thing: we're going to buy the property and we're going to have control of the property.
And we did get a statement from One Pulse that says, "We are thankful to the city of Orlando for ensuring that the National Pulse Memorial will be located at the Pulse nightclub site, which was always the hope of the families of the 49 victims and the Pulse impacted community. We look forward to being a part of the discussion with the city of Orlando as this moves forward." But the mayor wasn't so sure about that, whether or not One Pulse would be involved in that. He says he's been disappointed that they haven't been able to get a memorial done and these 7 years that have passed since the shooting took place. Now, we are told that this vote will come up on Monday for City Council on whether to move forward with this site plan, this buying of the property. That'll happen at the meeting on Monday morning. Reporting live in Orlando, Bob Hazen, WESH 2 News.